everyone, today we talk about how to maintain your Ford Maverick Interior. This will be eligible for XL, XLT, and Lariat, so all trim levels, and we'll be talking about how to hide scuffs and stuff of that nature, which I'm sure we're all definitely curious about, but let's get into it. Okay, so what we're going to be using is simply distilled water and express interior cleaner. Now you guys can use any amount of dedicated cleaners. It could be absolutely anything that you are choosing. Just make sure it is not too strong and it is properly diluted for a cheaper interior. I know that's hard to hear for us Maverick owners. I absolutely love my Maverick, but it's no joke that it is most definitely a cheaper interior. No matter if you guys have Lariat, XLT, or the XL. It is an economy truck. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. It is a beautiful interior, but it is what it is. So 50% of express interior cleaner for me personally, and 50% distilled water to get a ratio of 1:1 in a 32-ounce bottle. So half and half, essentially just 15 and 15 of each. So 15 ounces of distilled water and 15 ounces of express interior cleaner. Or once again, use whatever you like, but that's the safest option in my opinion. From here, we are going to need some sort of agitation. So a brush such as a boar's head brush or any brush from Amazon, your local store, does not matter. You need some sort of agitation. A Scrub Ninja will definitely come in handy, or a bigger version of the Scrub Ninja will come in handy. These will be linked down in the description down below. These are about, I think, between $6 to $10 depending on the size, but these will allow you guys to agitate in the safest way possible. Do not use a magic eraser on your cheap interior. It will leave scuffs and it will absolutely destroy it. Use a dedicated cleaner, use a dedicated car type abrasive. So first things first, you're obviously going to want to vacuum, but the problem with this is very soft texture. So if you go like this, it's probably going to leave a scuff mark. I've actually had a scuff over there while doing the same thing, so lesson learned. What you're going to want to use is the vacuum, but keep a distance and use a brush. Very straightforward. All you're going to want to do is simply turn the vacuum on, brush, and keep a distance, because when you keep a distance while brushing, the agitation will just simply push it into the vacuum cleaner. And of course, in doing so, you will not scratch your panel, which is something you really don't want to do on these types of vehicles, because once you do get a scuff like here, it's almost impossible to get rid of. So, do as follows. Just keep a distance and brush it clean. Okay, so once you are done with the vacuuming stage, you will have to go to the vehicle and figure out what you actually need to be cleaning. So we can see we have some grease marks here, which this panel is very easy to get grease on your fingers. It just kind of transfers easily. So number one thing you have to do while cleaning your vehicle of this magnitude with this kind of satin finish is to wash your hands. If you have very oily hands, use some Dawn soap, because obviously one drop of Dawn, the grease is gone. It actually does work. So yeah, you guys can definitely see if I use this, or not really right now, but if you eat fast food in your car or simply have day-to-day, oils on your hand, it will transfer to these panels. So how to clean that, and how to clean, light cleaning. Just give it a, a generalized cleaning to make it look beautiful again. Here's how to do that. Okay, so for light duty cleaning, take your cleaner of your choice. Mine is Express Interior once again, and we're not going to be spraying directly on the panel, because this panel is unfortunately pretty cheap, but that is due to, of course, it simply being an economy truck. Nothing wrong with that, but it is what it is. You have to know your materials, and this material is rather cheap. So spray on the rag, get it nice and little wet right there, and simply clean. Whatever you guys feel like needs to be clean, give it a nice wipe down. So we have grease right here, and the Express Interior will take it right off. Easy as that. One simple swipe. And once again, if you guys do in fact need a deeper clean, use a brush, spray on the brush, and agitate in circles. And that's pretty much it. Just remember that it is a cheap material. You're not going to want to go super abrasive. So very soft brushes and very light on the cleaner. If you absolutely need to clean it really, really badly, well, you guys can probably get away with spraying it on here, but wipe it off very, very fast. Especially if you're in the sun, you do not want it to dry on this panel. It will leave watermarks that will not come off. It will etch right into this plastic. But now we're left with a beautiful panel. It is completely dusted, looks absolutely mint, and that's about it. So that's the best way to clean these types of panels, and the same can be applied for the rest of the interior, which we're about to go more in depth in a future video. So if you want to see more stuff like that, make sure you guys let us know. Okay, so once inside, we have this very pretty cluster. This is the XLT Blackout. It's a little bit smaller than the Lariat, but still pretty awesome. So obviously this is very cheap plastic, as it is with any single vehicle. Ferrari, Lamborghini, Ford, it's absolutely anything. The plastic on the cluster is one of the most damaged products of any detailer, or I should say that any detailer has to try to fix with polish. So what you're not going to want to do is spray directly onto this panel. It will etch it and it will leave watermarks all over it. It will absolutely destroy it. What you guys are going to want to do is use distilled water on a very, very soft rag, as soft as you guys can find, and very lightly clean it to dust it off. Generally, it should not be full of gunk, but if it is, you can use a cleaner, but use something that is extremely diluted, even more diluted than 1-to-1, maybe 10-to-1 or even 20-to-1 of Express Interior Cleaner. This is very soft. Same can be said with this piano black plastic. A lot of the time, you guys can honestly just wipe it clean, and that is really about it. So you guys can tell it's coming clean already. If you guys need some distilled water or something like that, just be careful with the piano black plastic. So for everything else, you're going to want to clean again. Be careful with the piano black plastic, but for everything else, generally it's pretty good. So just like the door panels, it is the exact same material. So we could use a scrub ninja, we can use a brush, but again, I wouldn't directly spray directly on any of this stuff. It's kind of sensitive. I would spray right in the middle of this brush and then agitate everywhere and then simply wipe it down. And that is completely it. I'm going to do it soon. Honestly, don't really need to do it just yet. I have one little thing right there, but generally I keep it very clean. Now, about your screen once again, distilled water or a very, very diluted cleaner. But that is essentially it. If you guys want more tutorials on the seats, how to get rid of stains, I have tons of stuff to go over. So leave some suggestions down below. You'll get a shout out and we'll also cover your suggestion. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next video.